Welcome back to another episode of The Blueprint. I'm your host, Calvin Custance. On The Blueprint, we interview talented athletes and they share knowledge that they've collected over their time playing their sport. From balancing life and relationships to recruiting and training, there is always something you can learn. This week's guest is Taylor Carrow. Taylor is a multi-sport athlete that recently graduated from Memphis High School. She has signed on to play basketball at St. Clair County Community College. She was on the Macomb All-Star team for basketball and led her high school to the most wins they've had in a decade. Welcome to the show, Taylor.
All right, Taylor, thanks for coming on.
Hi.
So if you'd like to introduce yourself, you can.
I'm Taylor. I'm Taylor Carrow. I go to I went to Memphis High School and I played softball, volleyball, and basketball there.
Okay, so first off, we're going to start off with a series of fun questions just to get to know you personally. So first off, what's your favorite food?
I don't know. I really like pasta, but I also really like steak and like chicken tenders. So it would probably have to be steak, honestly. I really like steak.
Good answer. Steak's a very good food.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite class at school?
I took a forensics class this year. I didn't get to my favorite portion of it because I graduated, but I really like learning like forensic stuff and learning about like murderers, serial killers, all of that. I'm into all that creepy stuff.
What was the favorite portion that you didn't end up getting to?
It was like learning about like serial killers. Like we did all the like fingerprinting and like DNA, all of that stuff, but I didn't get to learn about serial killers. I mean, I already know about most of them just doing my own research, but I didn't get to that part.
Is that something you want to do as a career, like forensics or stuff like that then?
I mean, I honestly don't really know what I want to do as a career, but I do really enjoy that stuff. I've thought about like I don't know the exact term for it, but like it's like something with forensics and psychology combined where I would like figure out like motives of like murders and stuff like that.
Like a detective?
Yes, kind of like that. I think it would be really cool.
Maybe a CSI, that's like the police one. I don't know if that's
Okay.
Do you have a favorite movie?
Honestly, no. I don't watch a lot of movies. So I guess I don't really have a favorite one.
Okay. Do you have
I really like Marvel movies, but
Marvel movies are that's my favorite series of movies. They're always really good.
Oh yeah.
Really well made. Do you have a favorite song or musical artist?
I don't. I listen to all kinds of music. I really like Trippie Redd. He's one of my favorites, but I guess if I had to pick, it would probably be Trippie Redd.
In that, I don't know who that is. I'm assuming it's rap because I don't know what it is.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
I guess that makes sense then. Do you play video games at all, or?
I used to play a lot of Fortnite when it was popular, like in 2020 when we were all like at home because of COVID. So I played a lot then. I don't as much anymore, but.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Probably somewhere hot, like Hawaii or something. But.
Do you have a favorite holiday?
I like Christmas. I like getting presents. I like decorating for Christmas. I like making cookies. I love all things Christmas.
Yeah, it makes sense. Christmas is a great holiday.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to jump right on into it. So you mentioned you play softball, volleyball, and basketball. So how long have you played each of those sports?
Softball, I've been playing for a really long time. I've been playing it since I was 4. Volleyball, I started playing in 6th grade, and basketball, I started playing in 5th grade.
And why did you start playing the sport? Did your parents just start you up in those sports, or did you have a knack for the ball?
Well, softball, my parents kind of put me into it. But I fell in love with it obviously because I've been playing it almost my entire life. Um, Basketball, I honestly really did not want to play basketball, but my friend convinced me to. I was so bad. I never got put in. I never got past the ball. I was horrible. I hated it. Um, and volleyball, I just kind of wanted something to do. I started volleyball when I moved to a new school. So I just kind of wanted something to do, somewhere to meet friends. So
What school were you at before Memphis?
I was I went to Carter Middle School in Warren.
Which do you know what the high school is for that school? I'm not familiar with that.
Cousino.
Okay.
Hmm.
And what positions do you play in each of those sports? I don't know volleyball positions is like, but I know softball and basketball. So just
Yeah. Softball, I've honestly played almost everywhere in softball except for first. I was a pitcher for a while. I was really bad at it. But my primary positions in high school on JV, it was outfield and then shortstop and a lot of catcher. I caught a lot on JV. And then high school, it was shortstop and outfield.
and
And then,
then basketball.
sorry.
You're good.
Basketball, I'm a guard. I've always been a guard. Um, I'm not necessarily a point guard. I will be when I have to be, but I don't enjoy being a point guard, and I'm a small forward. And then volleyball, I'm an outside hitter.
I don't know what that last one means, but I'm assuming that that's on the court. Do you watch much professional sports for any of those sports, or do you um, draw not motivation? I can't think of the word, but do you watch anyone model your game after them?
Um, Not really. I will watch like professional sports or like college sports here and there, but I don't watch it consistently enough to know like anyone on the teams.
Okay. I mean, do you have a favorite professional or college sport to watch?
I like watching Michigan State.
Good. That's three
Yeah.
straight Spartans, three straight Michigan State fans I've had in the show, which is I prefer. I'm a state fan.
Mhm.
I don't have. I probably should have something Michigan State up, but that's the correct team to root for. So
Mhm.
okay, and then so what training did you do for those sports, or like did you do to get better?
Um, I spend a lot of time in the gym over the summer. Um, for all my sports actually, we did a bunch of for volleyball, we did a bunch of like weightlifting over the summer and just open gyms. For basketball, I was in the gym every day possible. My coach would just open it up for me. We'd come in, shoot around, do whatever, and we could leave whenever, but I was in there almost every single day. Softball, I didn't train for as much because it was like overlapping with basketball season. Like when they wanted open gyms and training, I was still in basketball season. So I'd rather focus on like one sport at a time rather than try to do both and risk hurting myself or something. But
Mhm.
I did go to a few open gyms when I could.
Are there any specific workouts or training methods that you use that you found have just worked better, or that you'd recommend
For all the sports or
for
just one?
whatever sport?
Um, For volleyball, I worked on my vertical, my jump a lot, just because I need to jump up to hit the ball. And I did do a lot of just like working on my hand movements. Like you have to snap the ball, so I would work on figuring out like the right time to hit the ball. I would work on timing a lot, and like right motion. And then basketball, I would just do like a lot of shooting drills, um, finishing drills. I want to say footwork, but I didn't work on footwork too much. And then softball, I worked on a lot of footwork. and I did a lot of hitting drills too. I was not the best hitter in softball.
That's totally fine. We each have our things. So you are signed on to St. Clair County Community College, is that right?
Yep.
For basketball.
Yep.
So have your coaches there given you any training or any workouts to get going on before you get enrolled to the school?
We have open gyms every Thursday, so we kind of just get in there, do some drills. We do a lot of shooting drills, a lot of footwork drills. He does have a workout program for me. I just don't currently have it, but I know a lot of girls are doing different workout programs.
Okay. And when would you say your college recruiting journey started? Like, when would you say you realized, oh, wait, I'm going to play basketball in college?
Well, I've just always like starting high school, I always wanted to play in college. I just high school I really started falling in love with the sport. I had a great coach and sorry, ignore my sister. I had a great coach, a great team, and so I just kind of really fell in love with it and I knew I wanted to play at the next level. Um but I actually started wanting to be recruited and wanting to play at the next level this beginning of my senior year. I started talking to my coach, letting him know that I wanted to play in college. I signed up for some like NCAA recruiting thing, but honestly, that didn't help me much. I just kind of went through my coach. So, yeah, I mean, pretty much the start of my senior year.
Just who was your coach for basketball? Or
It was Mark Carlson and Todd Stump.
okay. And then, so you didn't do any camps or anything. What you said you talked to your coach. Is there anything specific he did that you'd recommend if people like can't make it out to camps or like want to play in college, like, but can't do that type of stuff?
Well, my coach, he's been a coach for a very long time. He's put multiple girls in he's signed with multiple like he's had multiple girls sign with colleges under him. Um but I mean, he just kind of reached out to them and just told them about me, kind of hyped me up a little bit. Um he got them to come watch me. Um but other than that, I don't think there's really much else he did.
What were some of the factors that led you to St. Clair? I'm just gonna call it SC4 or whatever the
Yeah, that's
shorter
okay.
term is for it. It's a tongue twister.
Mhm. Well, a big factor was just like the coaches, how the coaches were. Um, Another huge factor was the girls that showed up to the like open gyms that I went to. I was deciding between two colleges and I went to both open gyms and just kind of felt it out, I just kind of decided like based on how comfortable I was. So at SC4 with those girls, I felt very comfortable with the coach. I really liked how he like how he was at open gyms, how he coached. I went and saw them play when I was still in high school. I went and saw how he like coached, how they played games, and I just really liked it.
What was the other college that you were considering?
Macomb Community College.
Oh, that's cool. Is I don't actually know exactly where Memphis is. Is that out near St. Clair?
Yeah, it's about half hour from St. Clair.
Are you kind of familiar with that area?
Um, yes and no. St. Clair is in like it's in like downtown Port Huron, like SC4 is in downtown Port Huron. So I kind of know one part of it, but the other side I don't know.
Hmm.
But it's a pretty easy drive for me to commute back and forth.
That's cool. What are you most excited about for college sports or just college in general?
Um, College in general, meeting new people, meeting new friends. College sports, just playing, honestly. I'm just so like glad I get to play past high school.
Hmm. Do you shoot? What are some of the long-term goals that you have, or goals that you have for sports, or just life in general?
Um, well, after I graduate from SC4 because it is a community college, 2-year college, I hope to get recruited by a university and play there too. But honestly, if that doesn't happen, I'm just grateful that I did get to play after high school. But after university, I think that's it for me. I don't plan on going any further.
Do you know, you mentioned you didn't know what you're going to do for a career. Do you know what you're majoring in? Or since it's a community college, are you not going to major in anything?
As of right now, I'm not majoring in anything. I'm just taking general ed classes. Um, I might change my mind next year, but yeah, as of right now, just general education classes.
Do you talk to any of the other girls that are signed on to be on the roster next year, or that you're trying to recruit onto the team?
Yes, I do. I talked to a few of them actually. I think there's 3 of them currently that I talk to.
Do you have any advice just in general for athletes as they try to get their name out there and try to play on the next level?
You have to put in the work. You have to spend summers in the gym. You have to train. Um, I mean, I that's pretty much it. You just have to work. You have to know your strengths and weaknesses, and you have to focus on your weaknesses. And yeah.
So now we're going to talk about this is a very interesting topic. So for those of you who don't know, Taylor has 1 million followers on TikTok, and so we're going to talk about that. When did you start posting TikToks?
I've been posting TikTok since TikTok was Musically. I've been on the platform. Yeah, I've been on the platform for forever, but I didn't start gaining a lot of followers. Well, when it was Musically, I had like 16,000 followers, but I like made a new account once it was like became TikTok. And I didn't start really gaining followers until 2020, I think, because then I made a bunch of like cringy like gamer girl videos. It was so cringy. And all the like gamer boys like loved it. So I just got a bunch of followers.
Oh, that's funny. It's a funny story. So back musically brings back a lot of memories. So one day I was at my friend's and he had musically. So I texted my mom. I was like, "Hey, can I get this game called Musically?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's music. You can do it." And then it was like I came home and I showed her the dance or whatever I made. She was like, "Oh, it's social media." Nope, not anymore. So I ended up not being able to get it. But yeah. So what do you remember what video made you viral or
Yeah, there was a few of them. There was one, it was so stupid, so cringy. It was like put your lips on the X, and so it was like an X on the screen, and I would like kiss it. It was so stupid.
oh my
And
gosh.
then like meme pages would repost it, but when I like put my lips there, they would put like there was one with like Spider-Man's butt. So you would yeah, you would go and like put your lips on the X and then all of a sudden there would be
Oh my
Spider-Man's butt.
gosh.
It was so stupid.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that was the very first one that like went viral or whatever.
Oh, that's great.
Mhm.
Is there um is there a way that you found, like, this isn't sports related at all. Is there a way that you found marketing TikToks to be like successful for getting views or gaining followers?
Um, I just kind of did like whatever was trending. I would sometimes put my own like spin on it. Um, but I just pretty much did whatever was trending just to get views.
And I don't know if like you is it a lot of pressure having that many followers, or if you post a TikTok and it doesn't perform, does that like bother you?
It used to. I mean, it doesn't as much anymore. Like I know I've like been slacking off lately because I've been so busy, but it used to really bother me, but now it doesn't. I don't care anymore.
So I was talking to my girlfriend about it. You're friends with her, but
Mhm.
is so you like I don't want to say cringy, but at the same time, so you like realize are you doing it almost like intentionally then?
Well, I feel like my super cringy TikToks were in the past. I mean, they're probably cringy now, but I kind of just do like whatever's trending. So if something that's trending is cringy, I mean, whatever. It gets
Fair
views.
enough. Hey, props to you for that. That's something that I could not do. I can't even like hear myself talk without being like I let alone do a dance on it.
Mhm.
That's funny. Okay, so now we're gonna look back on your high school career and some of the memories you've had. So, what is one memory for each sport that you always think of or always replay in your mind?
Um, for volleyball, it would probably be it would probably be my coach telling my team that he was having a baby. So, my coach was my friend's brother and his wife, and it was this year actually they told us that they were having a baby, and some of the girls started crying and it was crazy, but that's probably the most memorable experience from volleyball. From basketball, oh gosh, there's so many. Um,
You can name a few as well if you want to.
um, I don't know, there's just so many. Like, we have so many, like, inside jokes. I can't even pick, like, one specific memory that's my favorite. But if I had to, it would probably be oh my gosh, it would probably be this is gonna sound so mean. Me and my coach, we, like, go at it, we make fun of each other. So,
Yeah.
one time in the middle of practice, he was, like, explaining something, and I told him that his hairline looked like the parting of the seas, and everyone was everyone was dying laughing. It was so funny. Um, it was so mean, but he was laughing along with us. It was
That's a bold move. He controls your playtime, so.
No, I know, I'm surprised I didn't even sit the bench the rest of the year for that one. And then softball, it's from this year, we had a, Spider-Man that it was like a stuffed Spider-Man that my friend got from Target. We named it Calvin, and we brought it everywhere with us. We introduced it to the umps, we took pictures with it, it was just the funnest thing ever. It was so stupid, we just bought a stuffed Spider-Man from Target, and it was, like, a huge thing.
You picked a great name for it, not gonna lie. Why'd
Yeah.
you pick Calvin?
I don't know, it's Calvin with a K.
Oh, well
Yeah.
then not as cool of a name.
Yeah, but I don't know, my friend just named it, and she was like, "Hey, guys, this is Calvin." So
Is it Kelvin or Calvin? Because I've never seen Calvin with a K, but if it's K-E, then I've seen that.
no, it's Kalvin.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one before. Combining the two. Who would you say has been or some of the most talented or the most talented person you've played with?
Um, oh gosh. I don't know. I played at the Macomb All-Star game this year, and there was a lot of talented people there. I don't even know all their names, but they were all incredibly talented. Um, and some of my college teammates that I went to open gyms with are extremely talented too. Like Emma Gillies is extremely talented, Casey Paxson, Ashley Halligan, they're all super talented.
And then who is the most talented player you've played against?
Um, well, playing at Memphis, we don't play many like big schools. We play like Marlette, Ubley, Harbor Beach. You probably haven't heard of any of those.
I've heard of Harbor Beach, but the rest of them I haven't heard of.
Yeah. But for districts, I believe it was Mount Clemens that we played, and I had to guard. I think her name was Nevaeh Williams. Yeah, she was probably one of the most talented people we faced. She had handles. Um, all her shots fell. She was a tough one to guard.
What motivates you to play better or to work hard?
Um, this is a hard question. I don't know. Myself, maybe. I always wanna get better. I always want new opportunities. Um, I I don't know. I think I just motivate myself. My coaches have also motivated me from like freshman year. They told me that if I put in the work, I would be good. They saw so much potential in me, and I think they also motivate me as well. Sorry.
You're good. Have you had any setbacks or roadblocks that you've had to overcome?
Yeah, I'm constantly overcoming my self-doubt. I am always doubting myself. I'm always like if I miss 3 shots in a row, I'm in my head automatically, and I'm still trying to learn how to get out of that and just just play pretty much.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. That's a problem I have a lot playing sports.
Mhm.
I'm like such a perfectionist. Like, and I play baseball, but in baseball, you have to have a short memory. You can't think of the last at bat because when you're thinking, especially while hitting, you're not going to hit the ball.
Oh yeah. I know that. I know that very well.
And my final question is who have been some of the biggest influences in your life for sports or just for life in general?
Um My coaches, again, they've always just pushed me to become better and saw so much potential in me from the very beginning. And my parents have also been a huge influence on me. They've always like talked to me after games, told me like what I could have done better, how I played. Um, and they're always pushing me to get better. My mom's always nagging on me to get outside and shoot, or if I don't want to go to like an open gym or go to the gym, she's nagging on me to get out there and do it.
All right. Thank you for coming on. This has been a great interview. And
Yeah,
I appreciate you doing this.
thank you for inviting me.
I would like to thank Taylor for coming on to today's show. She's a very talented athlete and a talented person in general. Thanks again, Taylor. I also want to thank everyone watching. I really appreciate it, guys. As always, my name is Calvin Custance, and this is The Blueprint.